The Orange County housing market was defined by two opposing forces in 2024, and right now it appears that those trends are going to continue throughout 2025. On one hand, we have an extremely low number of homes for sale due to the lock-in effect, where many people have an extremely low mortgage rate on their home, and many people don't want to give that rate up by making a move. On the other hand, we have an affordability crisis where many people cannot afford to purchase a home due to high home prices and stubbornly high mortgage rates. And despite the extremely low affordability, believe it or not, the median home price in Orange County actually rose by about 5.7% in 2024, with most of those gains occurring in the first half of the year, and then home prices kind of flattened out and tapered off a little bit in the second half of the year. I'm Tim Hamilton with StellarQuest Real Estate, and in this video we're going to be covering the 2025 housing market forecast by Stephen Thomas, who writes the Orange County Housing Report at Reports on Housing, and he does a great job describing and explaining what is going on in the housing market. So if you're interested in receiving his reports on a regular basis, just let me know and I'm more than happy to send them to you. Also, if you enjoy watching this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button below, and please subscribe if you like to stay up to date on the housing market. In his forecast, Stephen Thomas lays out three potential scenarios for how he could see the housing market playing out in 2025 in Orange County. And we're going to start by going over what he calls his base case, which he believes has about a 70% probability of taking place. And so to start out, his base case assumes that we're going to have a strong, resilient economy in 2025, starting in the spring. And as a result of a strong economy, the Federal Reserve really isn't going to be able to cut interest rates much at all next year. And so mortgage rates are likely to stay very close to where they are today, which is kind of in the 6.5% to 7% range for the year. And as a result of that, he is expecting inventory to be slightly higher in 2025 with a peak around 4,700 homes. And that would be about 27% higher than what we had in 2024. So according to this forecast, there may be a few more options of homes for sale if you are a buyer in the market looking to purchase a home. And so, yes, again, 3,100 more homes being listed for sale throughout the year. So we're going to have more homes coming on the market. Not only are we going to have, inventory accumulate to a higher number, we're also going to have more homes coming on the market. And in the spring market, you can expect buyer demand to increase as it typically would in a normal housing market cycle. And you can expect bidding wars and multiple offers on well-priced homes that are in good condition. If a home is coming on the market, it's overpriced and it's not in good condition, it may sit there. That's certainly a possibility, but kind of the best properties with the best upgrades and remodels, if they're hitting the market priced well, you can expect them to go quickly and most likely with multiple offers. He expects the total number of sales to increase by about 8 to 10% for the year. And as a result of all this, he's expecting homes prices will rise between 3 and 6% for the year. The second scenario he lays out is that the economy cools in the spring, which he assigns about a 15% likelihood to. And so if this is the case, it'll give the Federal Reserve more room to cut interest rates faster, which is likely going to result in lower mortgage rates between about 6 to 6.5% for the year. And as a result of that, we're going to see a lower peak in the total number of homes for sale, around 4,000 homes. And the reason for that is because lower mortgage rates is going to increase buyer demand faster than it's going to increase the number of homes coming on the market. So in this scenario, during the spring, you can expect bidding wars to be even more common and homes probably selling higher over the asking price than if the economy remains strong, which is his base case scenario. He also expects, in this case, home sales will increase between 12 and 16% for the year, and home values will increase between 5 and 8% throughout 2025. The third and final scenario is that the economy is actually stronger than expected, which Stephen Thomas assigns a 15% likelihood to. And in this case, mortgage rates are likely to stay above 7% for the year. And this is because with a stronger than expected economy, there is a higher risk of inflation, and the Federal Reserve will have a very hard time cutting interest rates. And this will result in a higher peak in the active inventory of around 5,400 homes. And this is because with higher mortgage rates, there's going to be less buyer demand, which will allow the inventory to grow throughout the year when it peaks. And then normally the inventory does start tapering off moving into the end of the year. And this will either be, no change to a 2% increase in the total number of closed sales in Orange County. And the home prices would stay relatively the same. He's expecting, in this case, there would be anywhere between a drop of 1% to a 1% increase in home prices. So to summarize the main trend that flows throughout these three scenarios, it's that mortgage rates are the primary driver in the housing market. And the main thing that affects mortgage rates is how strong the economy is. So with a strong economy, the risk of inflation is higher, and the Federal Reserve may not be able to cut rates at all. Where on the other hand, if the economy starts cooling off, that gives the Federal Reserve room to start cutting interest rates without worrying about kicking off another bout of inflation. So you can think about the housing market almost in opposite terms of what the economy is doing. Which, if you ask most people, are home prices likely to rise more in a weak economy or in a strong economy? Most people, I think, would say in a strong economy, because you assume, you have a strong labor market, people are making more money, so more people can buy homes. But in this case, we're in a very interesting situation where a weaker economy is actually more likely to result in higher increases in home prices, more closed sales, and just overall a stronger housing market with more activity going on. And that's because in a weak economy, that's most likely going to drop mortgage rates, and that drop in mortgage rates is going to drastically improve home affordability. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Southern California, please feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. I'm more than happy to answer your questions and let you know what I can do to help. You can find all of my personal contact information in the description below. You can also call this number here. This is our office number, so you can't text this number, but feel free to call it and you can get connected with one of the agents here at StellarQuest Real Estate. And again, if you enjoy watching, please hit the like button and subscribe if you like to stay up to date on the housing market. We do monthly updates and just talk about all things real estate and housing in Orange County.